So guys, today we're heading off to Zakynthos Town, but we're not going there by bus, we're going there in style. Yes, that's why I've got a grin like a kid at Christmas, because we're taking the land train, aka the Wally Trolley, and I'm well up for it. In fact, I'm quite well excited about it. So yeah, join us on the Wally Trolley as we head into Zakynthos Town, and yeah, we'll see the sights and check out the town as well. Catch you in a bit. Quite refreshing, isn't it? A little bit of breeze. You alright on this? It's a nice refreshing breeze. some nice refreshing water. So it's a little bit of a bumpy ride. I think Greek roads can rival British ones for the amount of potholes and lumps and bumps in them. And this thing has zero suspension on it. But yeah, it's good fun. Really enjoying the ride along. Lovely cool breeze. Definitely better than the stuffy bus. There's a church we were at the other day up the top of the hill. I think we squeezed that guy at the back of the parked car there on his e-scooter. And we're coming up to all of the very posh yachts parked in the marina. And I think this is where we get off. You've got the square over the other side of the So that was our little ride on the train there into Zante Town. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It actually was quite quick. Didn't think it was going to be quite as speedy, even if it doesn't seem to be moving quite quickly at all. It actually seemed to be fairly efficient in getting through here to Square. And I think we're going to check that out now and have a look at some of the historic buildings here and some of the other things to see in Zante Town. So we've got the church behind me, and I don't know if you can just see up on the top of the hill, there's the little church we visited on the tour, except the guy inside was really miserable, wouldn't let us come too far in, and I don't think he was very happy with us doing any photography in there or any videos. So we're hoping this church is going to be a little more friendly. Got some nesting pigeons there. So we'll just make our way along the square and into Zante Town. Plenty of bars and restaurants about. So we'll just have a wander. Got no plans, to be honest. We're just going to have a wander around the town and bring you along with us. Zakynthos Town is the capital of the island Zakynthos, or Zante as it's known. The town is on the island's eastern coast and overlooks the Ionian Sea. Its waterfront is dominated by the harbour and marina, making it an important arrival point for ferries and boats. The town has a Venetian flavour. Venice ruled Zakynthos from 1484 until 1797, and the period left a significant cultural and architectural legacy. The island even acquired a Venetian nickname, Fioro di Levante, flower of the east. However, Zakynthos Town you see today isn't quite the town that stood here before 1953. A devastating earthquake destroyed most of the town, meaning much of what you see today was rebuilt, although architects did try to preserve the traditional character and Venetian influence. So far, as a tourist wandering around Zakynthos Town Centre, has been a very pleasant experience. Nobody's harassing you to buy anything like you would get in Turkey, certainly. And the Greeks really are quite laid back. Yes, they wander past a restaurant and they do want you to come in to their restaurant, which, that's how they make their money. On the whole, yeah, really pleasant experience so far. There's some really nice buildings, and yeah, I like the style. It's definitely not being over modernised or anything like that. Plenty of shops and bars and restaurants, but you get the feel that they've kind of tried to keep the character of the town as well. I'm loving this bar restaurant with all these lampshades and the gold chairs. Very cool, in a kind of kitschy way. So those of you who like a good bit of retail therapy, there is a good selection of shops, some high-end shops and plenty of kind of touristy type shops too. So Zakynthos Town's got pretty much everything if you want to grab a souvenir of your time here in Zante, including a permanent one if you'd like a tattoo. It appears I made a friend here in Zakynthos. Yeah, little black cat. Hopefully that's good luck. So we've reached the end of this pedestrianised area. I think we're going to head back in that direction as it seems to be more kind of old towny, and see if there's more we can explore up the other end of the town. So there you go, Roger Hargreaves, Mr. Men and Mrs. Little Miss Books in Greek. Who knew? So we've just had a quick drink here in the Roma Cafe. Highly recommended. Fiona had a fantastic mojito, so much rum in it, it was unbelievable. And I had a vanilla milkshake, which was very refreshing in the heat today. It's easy to spot if you're in the area, because just look for the tree with all the hats in and you'll find it. So yeah, if you're stopping somewhere in Zante Town, I'd give that place a look. So we're just going to have a quick look into the church. A hearty t-shirt shop here. Not sure if it's open, but we'll go and take a look anyway. It doesn't look as if it's open, but just nice to see. Slap bang in the middle of Zante Town. For those of you who are fans of One Piece, which is a Netflix series now, as well as an anime, yeah, check out this artwork. So it's a bit noisy down this section, but I think we're going to head down now and have a look at the marina and yeah, see what it's like down there. Very rustic looking restaurant here. Looks pretty cool. Sadly that one doesn't look like it's open yet. There's another one on the other side there. Again, very rustic looking. You know, you're probably going to get something pretty good there, as long as it is authentic and proper Greek food. So we're pretty much back to where we started. The old church over there, and the sound of a scooter. There's grease all over. You can't go anywhere without the sound of a two-stroke. But anyway, yeah, we're back to where we got dropped off by the road train, and I'm going to go and check out, have a look on the marina and see what we can see there. See if we can spot some fish in the harbour maybe. One thing to say about being here in Greece, zebra crossings mean absolutely nothing for the majority of Greek drivers. You literally are taking a chance of whether they will or will not stop. So we're here on the harbour side, the lovely marina here in Zakynthos. Some splendid yachts in the harbour. And also here them we're doing some work over on that building over there. The water isn't especially clear here compared with the beaches, but there are plenty of little fish there in the harbour. It's kind of a green, aqua green colour. Still pleasant. And if we just spot up to the top there, that's where we went the other day on our tour, our first stop, which went up to the viewpoint up there, which was got a great view of the harbour down here and other parts of the town. I'll put a few photos on screen of that. And over there in the distance we've got the ferry, which will take you to either the mainland or some of the other islands, depending on which one it is. I have to say, it's not often you come out of a town onto the seafront and it's actually warmer. But it is today. It's absolutely boiling here. There is even a breeze, but it's absolutely melting out here next to the marina. But we've got what looks like a war memorial here, and a couple of barrels from cannons. Fortunately, I don't speak Greek, so I can't translate that. So, other side of the harbour wall, and that sea is absolutely stunning, beautifully clear. Got a couple of ships there, moored out. What a place to stop. And we'll just have a little bit of a wander, and then I think we're going to go and get some lunch. We look towards the sea because that's an impressive view. Look at that lovely water there. Over on that side, the church where we started off today's video. So this is our penultimate day. We do have a little bit of time tomorrow. We do have to be checked out of our hotel fairly early, and our flight leaves around 6. So we'll be back home in the UK before midnight, and yeah, not really looking forward to that. Back to work tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow as well. I guess I can't manage to be a full-time YouTuber just yet, so work needs to be done. This bloke's so hot, he's had to take his skin off. So you know when I was saying that it was a bit warm on the seafront, we've just come back into the town. I think it's even warmer now. So clearly it's just the temperature's gone up today. But yeah, one thing about this holiday, it has been very, very warm. So we just had a bite to eat here. The food wasn't too bad. A little bit upsetting with how they shooed away some of the local street cats. I know for a lot of you, you wouldn't be bothered about how they, treat the cats. Obviously we have 2 cats at home, so yeah, it wasn't the fault of the cats. They were just looking for some shade. It's very, very hot, just lying under the table, and yeah, some customers wanted to be through where this kitten was lying down on the floor, and the guy came and shooed it away. I mean, he wasn't rough with it or anything like that, but it was the attitude of the customers. So yeah, we found that a real contrast to how it is in Turkey, where we've noticed that people will go out the way to not upset the animals. For example, we were waiting for a bus at a bus station in Antalya, and there was a cat asleep on the bus station, the bus stop seat, and even older people stood up rather than disturb the cat, which is a bit of a contrast to what's just happened in that restaurant, where people wanted to be through, didn't want to walk around the other side of the table, and would rather get the guy to shoo away the cat first, which I think, quite frankly, that kind of attitude stinks really. And there weren't tourists, there were locals, and I think just a bit of a culture difference between the 2 countries. We noticed there's a lot of stray cats here, and they're in really poor condition, whereas in Turkey they get fed and they get watered as well, and although the people are really friendly, clearly not so with the animals. Anyway, that's just my little rant, and we'll get back to exploring the town itself before we hop back on the train. Got a lovely play on words there, Deja Brew, excellent name for a coffee house. So guys, that's our visit to Zakynthos Town. Hope you've enjoyed the wander around that we had. Only a few hours, but it's enough in this heat, to be honest. It's been very, very warm, and looking forward to getting back on the old land train there, heading back to Argassi, and probably a dip in the pool. So as ever, if you've enjoyed the video, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to give the thumbs up, it really helps the channel out a lot. Why not even give it a hype as well, which apparently is the thing that helps out more channels than anything else at the moment, according to the algorithm. And of course, if you want to see more foreign adventures as well as days out, places in the UK, then why not subscribe to the channel. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.